Top 5 Dead Health Gurus. Welcome to Truth Duel Official. In this video, you'll learn about the ironic deaths of health gurus who preach they had the keys to a clean life. You'll want to stick around till the end of this video to learn how to avoid being secretly assassinated by mold. But first, I am your host, Misinformation. If you like this channel, make sure to subscribe to receive more great top 5 countdowns, misinformation analysis, and other sentiments and ramblings that please and amuse us. And become a truth dueler, because only you can slay misinformation at its source. Get our app on truthduel.com. The health industry is a multi-trillion-dollar industry focused on brightening your teeth, smoothing your skin, and claiming it can help prevent the worst maladies known to humanity, such as cancer or heart disease. Now, you would think that the titans of this industry would practice what they preach, having toned muscles and even toner hearts. So what happens when these health and fitness gurus get hit with all the diseases they claim to be removed from? Perhaps they aren't so different from the average Joe after all. Or are they? Stick around until the end to learn about one man who beat the odds of his congenital heart disease. But for now, let's discover how heart disease struck a different man. Number 5. Jim Fixx. Jim Fixx was the real-life version of Forrest Gump. Run, Jim, run!
Did you hear me, stupid? Run, Forrest! Get in the truck! Let's move it! Come on, let's get in the way, move it!
Run, Forrest! Run!
Fixx started running when he weighed 240 pounds and was smoking 2 packs of cigarettes a day. Running helped his physical health along with his mental health. Fixx wrote many books about running in which he would say running improved his self-esteem, allowing him to better cope with stressful situations in his life. It also gave him that elusive runner's high. For those of us who avoid cardio like a vampire avoids the sun, a runner's high is a euphoric feeling some people experience after intense exercise. This euphoria is very similar to the feeling people get from taking opiates or smoking weed. That's because a runner's high happens when your brain produces natural chemicals that mimic the same feelings as those drugs called endorphins and endocannabinoids. But all those brain drugs couldn't save Jim Fixx. So many brain drugs. One day, at the age of 52, Fixx dropped dead from a heart attack while running. When doctors performed an autopsy on his body, they discovered large amount of plaque in his circulatory system. Despite all the cardio he was doing, Fixx still ate lots of sugar, fat, and other junk foods, which ultimately led to his heart attack. They say abs are built in the kitchen, along with a strong heart. Hamburgers. Speaking of burgers, at number 4 is Stuart Berger. Health gurus have a track record of neglecting their hearts, including author Stuart M. Berger. Dr. Berger rose to fame after writing a novel called Dr. Berger's Immune Power Diet. In it, he detailed how he went from weighing 420 pounds to 210 pounds. Very impressive for a man standing at 6 feet and 7 inches tall. He also advocated for a form of vitamin therapy that he claimed would boost the immune system. Some critics took issue with Dr. Berger's vitamin therapy. An anonymous state health official voiced some concerns about the treatment, saying that Dr. Berger was under investigation for, quote, prescribing expensive intravenous vitamin therapies without first performing appropriate medical examinations and tests, end quote. Truth Duel investigative reporters are deliberating if you really need expensive vitamin therapies or just one Flintstone vitamin. Dr. Berger clearly wasn't following his own advice because he shocked the world when he dropped dead at the age of 40. According to the autopsy, Dr. Berger died of heart disease, with cocaine abuse and obesity contributing to his passing. At the time of death, Dr. Berger weighed 365 pounds and was suffering from hypertension, which the cocaine abuse likely worsened. Even if cocaine comes from a plant, truth dealers should remember that it is certainly not a vitamin. Number 3. Jeremy Irving Rhodale. Not every health guru is born with perfect health. Jeremy Irving Rhodale was born to Jewish immigrants in 1898. Growing up, he had heart murmurs, and he was rejected from the military due to bad eyesight. This made him concerned about his health. Rhodale was convinced that an organic diet was the key to healthy living and a long life. Being an entrepreneur, he started many businesses. One of these was Rhodale Press, which marketed his magazines, and the other was Rhodale Organic Gardening Experimental Farm, where he refined his organic farming technique. His farm refused to use any pesticides or fertilizers, promising consumers that he only used organic soil. Who's going to tell consumers that poop is a part of organic soil and that all your potatoes are poop potatoes? Poop-tatoes! So many poop-tatoes! Rhodale had a very strict diet. He advocated for whole grains, no sugar, and no dairy. It sounds healthy on the surface until Rhodale made some suspicious claims. He believed that sugar created criminals and that bread caused bronchitis. He even said, and you can't make this stuff up, that black people had less cancer than white people because they were happy under Jim Crow segregation. Rhodale needs to pull up some citations to support these claims. However, he can't pull up citations because, well, he's dead. At the age of 72, Rhodale suffered from a heart attack after interviewing on the Dick Cavett Show. Just before the interview, he was quoted as saying, "I'm in such good health, and I'm going to live to be 100. If that was true, then he wouldn't have ended up on this list. At number 2, Maureen Salomon. We've previously seen a lot of health gurus falling to their failing hearts, so let's switch it up a bit. Guess which organ is going to fail this time, and leave your answer in the comments below. For now, let's learn about Maureen Salomon. Salomon was born in 1936 in California. She dedicated her life to nutrition, alternative medicine, and politics. Classic combination. She hosted a daytime television show called Making Healthy Choices, but she truly entered the public spotlight when the big, bad court of law became involved. Speaking of the court of law, did you know that there may be a secret one enslaving the American people? Learn more by checking out USA Admiralty courts have enslaved you and how to escape. Anyway, Maureen Salomon and her husband took to defending a man named Dr. John Richardson in court. Dr. Richardson was under investigation for practicing alternative cancer treatment therapies on his patients. To defend him, Salomon and a few of her political contemporaries founded the Committee for Freedom of Choice in Cancer Therapy. But all that alternative cancer mumbo-jumbo couldn't stop Salomon from developing pancreatic cancer in 2005. Pancreatic cancer is notoriously aggressive, and it took Salomon's life a year later at the age of 70. At number 1, we have Andreas Moritz. Just like Rhodale, Andreas Moritz was born into poor health. The doctors told him that he wouldn't live past the age of 10, since he suffered from rheumatoid arthritis and a severe heart arrhythmia. However, Moritz persisted. He defied the doctors. He survived and thrived. And at the age of 27, he became a full-fledged practitioner of Ayurvedic medicine. Originally born in Germany, Moritz picked up this knowledge in India. He later practiced in New Zealand and in the United States. However, Ayurvedic medicine wasn't the only thing Moritz was skilled in. He also practiced shiatsu, divine chanting, and healing art.
My name is Andreas Moritz, and I have specialized in the field of natural health care, dealing with root causes of illness versus just fixing the symptoms. And this page is filled with information to that effect. It will help you understand what causes illness and how to remedy these root causes instead of simply treating illness.
While Moritz generally lived a peaceful life, he picked up some controversies along the way. The wildest of these was his belief that cancer was the body's self-defense mechanism, and that chemotherapy is what killed patients, not the cancer itself. But it wasn't cancer that killed Moritz. The answer is far more complicated than that. In 2012, he passed from heart complications related to his arrhythmia. Moritz had been exposed to dangerous mold in the months prior to his death, worsening his heart condition. He denied the surgery that could have saved him, instead choosing to leave this mortal coil at the age of 58. But what sort of conspiracy theories surround Moritz's death? Was he poisoned by Epsom salt? Was he secretly assassinated? Truth Duel investigative reporters are on the case. Misinformation wishes you well and reminds you to eat your organic poop-tatoes. P.S. What is that divine chanting that Moritz did? And what did his healing art look like? Until next time, make sure to like our video, subscribe to our channel, and become a truth dueler, or you'll become a dead vegan health guru and reincarnate as a poop-tato.